O come, desire of nations, bind in one the hearts of humankind. Bid thou our sad divisions cease, and be thyself our King of peace. Rejoice, rejoice, Emmanuel shall come to thee, O Israel. Amen. This beloved hymn sums up the deep Advent yearning of this season of reflection, contemplation, and preparation, a season which is quickly coming to a close as we light the fourth candle on the Advent wreath and turn the corner to Christmas. Bid thou our sad divisions cease. Bid thou we find a way to become the beloved community you created us to be, rather than the dysfunctional human family we have become. Bid thou the polarization and demonization of those who are other come to an end. Bid thou we might do our part to be the change we want to see in our beautiful and broken world. That ancient struggle against those sad divisions is described in these words from Ephesians. Our battle ultimately is not against human forces, but against the sovereignties and powers, the rulers of the world of gloom and the evil spirits of the heavenly realm. And our call is to be agents of change in that struggle, reflected in tonight's passage from the prophet Isaiah. I have appointed you a covenant people, a light to the nations, to open the eyes of the blind, to free captives from prison, and those who sit in darkness from the dungeon. To be that covenant people is to cast our lot with the God who, our ancient story tells us, created the world and called it good. That goodness is summed up beautifully in these words from Satish Kumar, Indian-British peace pilgrim, lifelong activist, and former Jain monk. We live in a benevolent universe. The benevolence of the soil is endless. It helps one single seed to multiply into millions of seeds for hundreds of years, producing colorful, aromatic, juicy, and delicious fruit, feeding birds, bees, humans, and animals. The tree celebrates the benevolence of the soil and becomes benevolent in return, offering its fruit to whoever is in need and oxygen back into the world, without condition and without judgment. The benevolence of the sun is beyond the capacity of words to describe. It burns itself to maintain life. It provides conditions for photosynthesis for the whole plant kingdom to nourish itself and give nourishment to bacteria, insects, birds, and animals. The moon is benevolent. It maintains the cycle of life and cycle of time. Time and tide are sustained by its presence. Air itself is benevolent. We breathe, therefore we are. Air is related to the spirit, to inspiration, to spirituality. Air is breath of the universe, breath of God. The world is how you see it and what you make of it. If you look at the world with benevolent eyes, the world reciprocates with benevolence. If you project suspicion and self-interest, you get the same in return. Trust begets trust, and fear begets fear. Recognizing the benevolence of the universe is not to deny the shadow side, But seeing nature as red in tooth and claw and people as selfish and greedy makes us respond in a similar vein. If we sow seeds of malevolence, malevolence will grow. If we sow seeds of benevolence, then benevolence will grow. To grow benevolence, to live our lives in alignment with God's love, justice, and compassion, is to stand in opposition to the rulers of the world of gloom, to be a light to the nations, to strive to make peace on earth, goodwill to all, not just a hymn we sing once a year, but a reality we live all year long. Yes, beloved, the struggle is real. And yes, the world is a hot mess. It's a theological term. I can unpack it for you at the door later. And yes, it is a tall order to imagine that we can actually make a difference. And nevertheless, we persist. As we gather once again in this place of light and love and beauty and music, whether in person or online through the marvels of modern technology, we give thanks for the gift of this moment to hit the pause button on the chaos, on the challenges, on the controversy in our nation and in our world, to say the prayers, to hear the lessons, and to light once again the candles. As we do so, we claim the words theologian and mystic Howard Thurman wrote about these candles, which represent the benevolence we seek to grow in the world. They are candles of joy despite all sadness. They are candles of hope where despair keeps watch. They are candles of courage for fears ever present. They are candles of peace for tempest-tossed days. They are candles of grace to ease heavy burdens. They are candles of love to inspire all our living. They are the candles we light as outward and visible signs of the light we're called to shine in the world, the light we claim as followers of the refugee baby born in the manger, who grow up to be the incarnation of the Christmas promise that is indeed the reason for the season. What has come into being in Jesus was life, and the life was the light to all people. And we light them to empower ourselves and each other to go out into the world as beacons of that love, justice, and compassion wherever and whenever we can. So before we run out of Advent, and it's moving fast, let us savor every last minute of this time of preparation as we gather to pause in the struggle in order to be re-energized to engage in it, and to remind ourselves and each other of the power of the Christmas promise we are preparing to celebrate. Come, O Christ, and dwell among us. Hear our cries, O set us free. Give us hope and faith and gladness. Show us what there yet can be. Amen.